Hey everybody, it is Matt, and there's Dyan in the background, and welcome back to Ok Aussie. This one, Willow, he's always doing something. Now, ice pack, you might ask, why have I got one of those? Well, let me tell you a bit of a story. I'm just going to put the ice pack on my knee, which at the moment is bandaged. Second critical incident in less than 24 hours. Here at the OK Corral, the SDA, Specialist Disability Accommodation, where we live for Dyan with disabilities under the NDIS, National Disability Insurance Scheme. Well, I thought yesterday was a really bad exercise. An experience where a 10-year-old girl had injured a couple of staff, caused a lot of disruptions, thrown plants and things around causing property damage. Well, it got better tonight. This morning we started off with a call to the Department of Children's Services because we had to alert them to the fact that this kid, vulnerable, was at risk.
Been hugging injured carers.
Tonight,
Both
two carers have been significantly injured. One with a rock to an eye, another who's been punched in the chest, kicked in the stomach and kicked in the leg.
When I spoke to her coordinator that turned up later, I said, your staff are being abused. She should have gone to the Children's Mental Health Hospital because she needs assessing and there's something not right. I said, you made the wrong decision. And because of that, tomorrow, is your staff going to get injured again? Are we going to get injured?
Yeah.
She doesn't care. She was aggro to me.
I know.
Now,
sorry for your experience
the staff couldn't say anything, and I felt sorry for them because she tried to put in the staff.
Situation she's
and I had to block the staff, and I said, no, don't bring them into it. I'm speaking what I witnessed. This is not what they're saying, nothing to do with them.
Whole complex witnessed.
I'm trying to protect their jobs in case they want their jobs. But they said to me, in the midst of it, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
This is too much.
Both of them
I
regret
disagree with the responses.
job choices.
I disagree with how we're allowed to treat her because we're not allowed to do certain things. And the lady, the older lady I was talking to at the time, that was the older one because there was a younger one.
Yeah.
Older one we were talking about.
Very mature,
mums,
very experienced. Been
said,
doing this for years, decades in fact.
I can't do this. This
and
child
she's
needs to be told
of
off.
A 10-year-old child.
A good smack wouldn't hurt. This is absolutely out of control.
So let me fill in the rest of the gaps while we bring this up to speed, because tonight, and it's now 9:42 as the clock on the TV says, we've been involved since just after 6 p.m. I'm wondering why I'm feeling hungry. I haven't eaten. I haven't actually even had lunch today. I am really hungry. My knee is sore. I got kicked in the leg by the young girl because I was distracted. Don't take your eyes off the ball. That's what they say. Well, I got distracted because a carer was trying to talk to me at the time while I was having to restrain a child who was self-injurious to hurting herself, who was causing harm to multiple other staff, and had caused significant property damage throughout the entire property because she's just allowed to roam around and do what she likes. 4 people were injured. Now, that also caused significant autistic meltdowns in multiple participants from fear, anxiety.
Another person had a meltdown.
It was...
Another person, I think, went to their house and had a meltdown.
It was a chain effect. We had multiple autistic...
A lot of us are autistic
meltdowns going on. They couldn't handle the stress, the torment, the screaming, the noise, the physical danger. So I'm running around like a chocolate with his head chopped off. I'm having to not only initially work out what's going on.
Trauma.
I actually had, let's be real, before we even do this, the carers came knocking at my door. Why me? Do I have a badge on me that says, come knock at my door? Hold on, it's Halloween. That's what it is. I get it.
You're saving these ladies from being assaulted.
They came and knocked at my door and I said, call the police, come and help us. It's like,
she said, please call the police, call the police, call the police. She was panicking.
What the...
That is not okay.
Who are you, first of all? Why are you here? And why are you coming to my door?
That's why I said to her.
So that's where it all started.
And you know what? This lady had a rock thrown at her face.
Yep.
I gave her an ice pack.
Which is really clever that you did that, so well done you.
Yeah, no, I just felt for her. She was just like, oh, it's really hurting.
Oh, they're both in tears. I saw her, you didn't see her, she had a bit of a breakdown later on when she was by herself. She was just absolutely in tears, the poor thing. She's a 54-year-old lady, okay, who's been injured, who's been doing this job for decades, and she doesn't want to do it anymore. She's frightened of this kid. So anyway, so after being knocked on the door, and I'm answering the door to this carer who's going, call the police, we need help. Again, I don't understand why my door, but hey, lucky me.
Yeah, she
So I finally got hold of my phone and worked out what's going on. And I'm just seeing this. This kid is throwing projectiles. They've taken our crowd patrol barrier out the front. That's gone down 2 levels down. Multiple lots of plants, artificial plants, rocks and things were just thrown everywhere. And bins were thrown everywhere. Glasses thrown everywhere.
At the bottom of it, concrete like this, and massive plastic plants.
So the tally. Hold on, just 2 seconds, please, mate. So 2 staff injured.
To the point of one, I think, has concussion.
Me injured.
She's dizzy. She can't see
nausea,
very well.
and can't see.
And I've had to call the hospital.
No, so I've called obviously ambulance and police to attend. One of the busiest nights in the year is Halloween. Don't ask me why. The hospital's in bypass mode because they can't handle the loads at Fiona Stanley, our local hospital. The ambulance staff, the only unit that's available, took an hour and a half to get here. The police took 2.5 hours to get here. They're the only unit in all of Fremantle. The only police unit available in all of Fremantle, and it took over 2.5 hours to get to a major critical incident where there's multiple injuries occurred.
The officers were, but she'd be in a waiting room.
Oh, if they were to take her away. So let's have a conversation.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, let me have a conversation here. So the ambulance did attend, and they did actually look at both staff members.
I mean, they were good.
They've given obviously advice to attend the GP, particularly the eye injury. That's a very difficult one because
I think they neglected her, to be honest.
Look,
that was quite severe symptoms.
So she's got the choice of attending if she wants to, but no one really wants to go and wait 6 or 8 hours in a hospital to be able to told, wait to see what happens.
No. All I'm saying is. I asked her, are you alone tonight? Do you have
that's a sensible thing to ask. Yeah.
She doesn't.
Right, well, not good when you got concussion.
I said to her, I've got a mattress in a spare room,
really?
she starts her shift tomorrow morning.
Oh, God. Now, the funny...
So
let me finish off some gaps, because I don't want to overcrowd her, because a lot of information. Dyan has been on hyperdrive.
I had a meltdown.
Dyan's had multiple meltdowns.
But you know
meltdowns.
what?
That's
my beautiful neighbours, even the ones that I haven't properly met, and their carers, came out and really
supportive? Okay.
Touched me, hugged me.
Come on,
yeah. And
I heard someone getting some band-aids. Was that one of the other carers getting some band-aids?
It's me.
I heard you calling. I know one of the other carers offered to bring some band-aids. So that was nice.
Yeah, that was Naomi.
That was lovely.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
So,
we have some beautiful people
to fill in
here.
some of the other gaps, apart from the multiple meltdowns and distress, we've had then several tenants leave their homes and go off-site.
Because it's so distressing and traumatizing and feel safe.
To feel safe and comfortable.
Is
that crazy?
Safe.
To leave your own home.
This is disability accommodation.
What's wrong with the word?
This is for physical disability too, by the way. Yeah. Look, some of us have autism, but
but most in conjunction with physical disabilities. Yeah.
But if you've only got autism, they shouldn't be here.
Yeah. So it's because it's a high functional assessment. It's
high needs,
fully accessible accommodation type needs. So. Now, this kid, this 10-year-old child, has got 2 permanent staff. Here's some other things.
5 at the shop.
She goes out shopping today.
5
staff.
5 to 1 10-year-old
She manages
child.
to destroy a complete aisle of Kmart with... I'm laughing, but for fuck's sake, seriously, how does a child get to do this with 5 staff
Where's juvenile
designated
detention?
To monitor? And the funny thing is, and this is where I got involved tonight again, after seeing... another staff punched in the chest, a staff member hit in the eye, and crying and upset. I'm going, you've got to get her back in. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, it's okay. There's no behavioural plan. There's no strategy. So, first of all, I'm having to restrain her so that she doesn't do harm to herself, the child, but she stops doing harm to other people, and then get her to move towards her unit so we can get her back inside. And it was just getting ridiculous. So unfortunately, I had to actually restrain and hold her down until the director of the company, which I happened to also call. One of my first ports of call once I found out the situation was going was to call the director and say, you need to be on site, get here now and come and see me as soon as you're on site. So she did turn up. She was about 20, 25 minutes away. Police, like I said, are very slow to attend incidences like this, even when it's life-threatening. And I did contact the property management team here as well, multiple different people. No one's available after hours. Not really helpful, is it? So
I need tonight.
the OSS, which is the overnight on-site supports, arrive in 10 minutes from now, so I'll give them a buzz once they arrive. I've already messaged them because for duty of care I've let them know that there's been a critical incident on site and for them to be aware that people are in distress.
So
Absolutely.
What I saw today,
it's like living in a war-torn situation.
And, like the fact that, you know, the coordinator is using this child for money, instead of giving her into mental health care.
Those staff will be quitting. I can tell you that right now.
The staff have admitted that they don't want to be doing this anymore.
No.
They agree that she should be in mental.
This is the staff telling us this.
In a mental hospital.
Yeah.
They agree. I had a deep conversation with the older one about that. Because I'm a welfare officer, guys, if you don't know.
Dyan's a qualified and trained
done 3 years of psychology.
So
basically, behavioural intervention stuff is my thing. And they agree that the behavioural intervention they're doing is absolutely not working.
Yep.
The tail's wagging the dog.
Oh, the tail's definitely wagging the dog. But
we have had so much damage.
So much property. I'm just sick of seeing things damaged.
That coordinator's going to our morning tea tomorrow.
Let's talk a bit more about things at the moment. But
bond.
So here's the first thing. The ambulance, when they finally did get here,
for the good ones.
They checked out the staff and obviously cleared them and obviously told them what they can do. And
really
obviously
good.
for compensation, very important.
Said that was really good.
Then I've taken them. Let's not talk about it. I then took them up to the unit to see the child because the child needs to also be reviewed.
Yeah, totally.
And also make sure they're medicated. And as I said, she needs to actually be taken in for assessment and medication. So, because she's going through a medication change and a behavioural team change and staffing changes.
Guess what? The coordinator, as soon as she knew that the police and the ambulance are coming, when she raced here, she drugged her. You know why?
Oh, she's double drugged her.
Now.
Because she was already on PRS.
Because you know what she said to me? She goes...
Overdrugged them.
Because when I was having this argument, which she started, by the way, because I was just trying to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And...
Dyan went up and saw this lady and decided to have a chat to her while I was waiting for the police.
I protected... I spoke for the staff.
Okay.
I just said, look, this is something to do with them. What I witnessed your staff experience is disgusting. You're in it for the money. Yeah. I'm absolutely disgusted with what I'm seeing. This is not okay. Your staff are under threat. Tomorrow she's going to do the same thing.
No, she's not. The police will be
okay. And this is not on. And there's 19 other participants here
who are traumatised.
So
living in
you're being selfish.
Can we get a break?
She's lying to me and saying it's just behaviour. It's like, that's not a diagnosis, sweetheart.
No.
And then she says to me, I'm going to the morning tea tomorrow.
Good. So anyway, with the psychiatrist that she's under, it's not just she's under a mental health team. She's under actually a mental health team at the hospital, sweetie.
So want her in there.
That provider's lying to you. I get that.
They work with her.
Yeah.
But see the manipulation?
Yep.
Of getting the money and keeping her as a client?
Absolutely.
She drugged the child before the police and the ambulance got there.
So when the ambulance did do their assessment, if I can explain, they saw her totally drugged out. And of course, then they're not going to take her away to the mental health care team to actually look at what's going on behaviourally, check her out her medication delivery and fix things up appropriately. Nope, so she's been left here in the situation. Now, the police are currently still with her. They've obviously turned up and we've had to go through an interview with them and obviously the individual staff. But she's now being interviewed by the police. And again, I don't expect anything to be done, but we'll have to engage with Department of Children's Services again. We are having a meeting here as well with the residential team. Yep.
Basically...
It's okay. Well,
what were we talking about before?
Her. It's hard for Dyan to
well, basically, you know, she's lied to me that, you know, saying it's just behaviour when the carers told me that she's under mental health, that there's a psychiatrist involved, and that we just don't want to do it anymore. No
one wants to live in fear.
She should be in a mental hospital.
Okay. Now, realise...
Basically, this lady was gleeful about the fact that...
That's sick.
You know, but I'm just saying, that is so dodgy.
Yep.
And in my eyes, needs to be looked at as child abuse by the coordinator.
Which is why you've done a report to Department of Children's Services. And we're doing a follow-up report with them tomorrow, as well as the NDS, because none of this is appropriate.
But like the people that run here, she advised me, expect, a no response because they don't do anything.
Yeah, look, there's multiple things by government agencies, and that's why these problems occur. And then they have an exacerbation where they affect so many other residents who need that quiet, safe
Because I said to her, you know, because she's being so argumentative. And when I was saying, you know, your staff are being assaulted, she turned to her staff and she's like right in the staff's face, and she goes, "Do you feel abused?" And I stepped in front of them, and I said, "No, leave her out of it. Talk to me."
Yeah.
I brought up, I saw your staff being abused. Why are you doing that right now?
It's all on the security cameras, so they can't deny that, can they? So we've got all that anyway.
Leave her.
Yeah. So tonight
I'm protecting the staff.
Has been utter turmoil once again. We can't get a break of stability. I'm pretty pissed that we've spent 4 hours in this exercise.
Or a mental health hospital. I'm sorry.
For her safety. Okay. But,
to correct her behaviour for the future.
And when you report these, because it's a reportable incident as far as I'm concerned, the providers that you report to who are meant to do the actions aren't doing the actions that they're meant to do. Are we any surprised? This is why we've had royal commissions into disability.
I don't want to go to the morning tea tomorrow.
Well, you're not going to. So I don't even like the word morning tea.
I am going.
Okay. Are you really?
No, I am.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to, but what I'm saying is I'm going.
Right. Well.
And I'm going to say I'm very unhappy that Amanda's here.
Okay, well, we won't put names into this, but
sorry,
that's the company that's involved in this.
But basically, I'm saying the lady, the coordinator, I'm not having it.
Yep.
No, I'm not sitting in there.
No,
it's meant to be a bonding morning tea.
So let me explain. Well, it's not really that. It's actually a morning tea that's been brought together to bring the residents of the apartment building so that they're given an update to actually see what's happening with why there's these multiple incidences of people coming in and causing such disruption involving the police, multiple police engagements every day, ambulance. I'm just sick of seeing emergency services taken away from important things.
One of my best
to deal with this stuff.
It's
stupid.
And stay with her mum.
Yep. We've had 3 people who've been affected having to leave offside and not do things because of that tonight.
I have spent
and I'm hungry.
hours with the staff.
I know. Now, none of these things are helpful for Dyan. Okay, this is exhausting her. It's changes into her routine. She's not. I'm now having to catch up on medications. It's 10 o'clock at night, and I'm having to catch up on medications that she's been missing out on.
She's 19.
Yeah, I'll be young one South African girl. Yeah.
She's 19.
Yeah, well.
And it's like I'm watching these women just get assaulted, and they're supposed
to
just take
punched,
it. They're not allowed to do anything.
Chairs thrown at them, plants swung at them.
That they're not allowed to do anything.
Right.
They cannot say the words.
I did something.
You need to go home now. They have to ask her, "Will you come with us home now?"
No, this is
the behaviour.
I know.
This is the behavioural management.
I'm being sarcastic, Don. I know this.
To that.
Okay.
Right?
Don's a little bit enthusiastic about this.
So these poor staff are going, I can't do this anymore.
Not surprised.
I can't do it.
Yeah, because they have to deal with...
I'm going away with her on the weekend, and I don't want to do it.
And here's the thing. Their strategy is to take the child away for 2 days.
2 days? Whoop-de-doo.
Away from the stability that they're just trying to build up to yet another new environment.
Don't bring it back.
And cause disruptions. It's a bit like today. Today occurred because they wanted to do... Let's do trick-or-treating in an environment which is not set up for Halloween or trick-or-treating.
Which I wasn't bloody expecting.
See? You affected the blood sugar levels. That's your fault.
I had no idea. We actually went out there because she was touching my stuff in my front yard.
Okay, so and let's actually talk about that. The first time that we engaged, she was actually touching Dyan's things in our property, so she was trespassing. She was touching our gear and had stolen some things from our house. And it's like, the carers with them didn't tell her to stop, didn't tell her to return the items.
The rocks were picked up, rocks out of our garden.
Anyway, this is the sort of thing that we deal with. Tonight's exercise has exhausted all of us. There are so many people who are just shaking their heads, bewildered that this behaviour could actually occur. We've got vulnerable people here.
You need to watch these agencies. They're in it for the money. Because I'm telling you now, they're not only abusing the welfare of these participants, whether they're a child or an adult. But they
What's the other side? Who's looking after them?
They are letting staff get abused.
Yeah, and we've spent so many times talking to authorities to get this dealt with. I'm sick of it. I mean, it's like how many lawyers do you need to screw a light bulb in? It's like, that's what it is with this system.
Next door's ready to go.
How many complaints do you need to do?
He's ready to go.
Oh, I met him, yes, as well.
We had a great chat.
And we had a great chat too.
Yeah, we had a great legal chat.
He's a new tenant who's just about to move in. He's not going to unpack his boxes. He's going again. He's not wanting to stay. This is the disruption, of course. Well, we're going to wrap up there because it's just gone 10 o'clock. I'm going to call the overnight on-site supports because I do need to organise some food and I need to stabilise the situation. But this is also a de-stress. This is why we do the channel, to let you know what's going on with our life, what we're experiencing.
Decompressing staff and myself.
And trying to look after people who are vulnerable.
Like, literally, we just had a trauma. And we were all just gathering. And I'm telling you, it was almost like, gosh, we needed God or something to step in right then. Like, we were all broken. Like, I'm talking broken
I'm
spirits.
hearing cries and screams and noise from all around the complex because there's so many people who are just sobbing.
Absolutely
frustrated, distressed.
Because we all know
that in itself is actually very distressing, by the way.
We're going to start again, guys.
And then I've been to deal with the system.
Tomorrow, it's going to happen again.
Tonight, I've been on probably 12, maybe 13 phone calls. I've been having to re-engage with the police 3 times and the ambulance services twice, having to take full details. These things are just onerous and so stupid. It's unnecessary. These things shouldn't be happening in the first place. Guys, thank you very much for watching our channel. As always, give us a big thumbs up of encouragement as we go through. If you have comments, ideas, suggestions, do leave them below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Where are you going? I'm glad you've done your medications. An hour and 1 minute late. I'm sorry, but we'll deal with the rest of it in a moment. But I need to get on to the overnight on-sites.
Yeah, so we're going to get my... I'm going to have a chat.
Okay,
because,
have a chat. I'm sick of chats.
I had a meltdown. All the other autistics had a meltdown.
Yep, they did.
I'm sorry, but I've saved a woman who got arrested, okay, and got a cop sacked.
Anyway, another story.
Another story for another day. But basically, I was not going to. I was not going to just stand there and go back in my home. It's not in your nature to do so. Watching these women.
Which is why I have to keep eye on her as well, because she puts herself into danger, is our Dyan.
I don't care. I don't care.
I care, because I'm the one who's got to then step in front of you in danger.
We're being assaulted by a 10-year-old, and they are being told they can't lay a hand on her. Smack the shit out of the little bugger.
No, we won't smack the little shit.
Yeah, I reckon.
What we'll do is we'll restrain her so that she doesn't harm herself or other people.
A smack never did me any harm.
That's another conversation anyway.
My mother smacked me at the right times.
Yeah.
Look, the other beatings, that was not okay, Mother. Yeah. But whatever is in the past. But I'm just saying, smacking never did me any harm.
She actually says,
maybe
and I've got this on video, she likes to cause problems and upset people. She actually said, I like to upset people. So I'm going to leave you with that. See you guys. Bye for now.
Bye.